Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read for Saturday, the 23rd of February. 1 week left in, well, it's barely a week left in February, really, isn't it? And we're into March. Time's just flying along. Alrighty. I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams for this one. If you're interested in private reading, I do put all the details under my weekly videos. I don't always have the details under the daily ones because I sort of do them at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes I'm not organised enough to do that. But you can check them out. Under the weekly ones, you only have to go back. There's always like ones on the weekend, so you only have to go back like 14 videos at most. If you do want to just talk to me, though, I know a lot of people will email me and say, I'm not sure what reading is right for me. I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm always up for that. The Wheel of Fortune just jumped out there. We just had that in the What's Cracking read. Did you see it flip? So please ring and ask me if you're unsure of what's the best reading for your situation. I do face-to-face in where I live. I will do a face-to-face via Skype or Messenger, and also can do taped readings if you'd prefer. We can do them by phone. If you're overseas, I can use WhatsApp. So I have a lot of different varieties of things to use. Somebody asked me to use a completely different app and I hadn't used it last week. So if you have a preference, please pop it in your email. If you find my website hard to use at any time, or you can't find what you're looking for, you can always email me and I can give you bank account details or offer you an invoice to be sent directly. Whatever it is, we accommodate. Okay. Oh, look at that. Now this is when you start to realise how clever Spirit is. So we've got the Justice card here again, which was the card, the very same card we had out for the What's Cracking reading, completely different deck. This pack here has more cards in it because it has 4 additional cards in this pack. So I can't remember, I think it's 78 in a tarot pack or a tarot deck. So to get the same card from both decks is pretty awesome, right? Something is happening here. This is the card of Justice. This is the card of finally getting things sorted. Now we see it as karmic justice a lot of the time because it's about getting back what you deserve. But it can be seen as a legal card as well. So this is often about someone finally getting some sort of solution in court, or some sort of something being justified here, because it's about justification. Behind that there's the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about finally getting money you've been waiting for. So if you're waiting for some sort of settlement here, it looks like it's on its way. And you have the Palace of Coins. This is one of the additional cards here. The Palace of Coins behind this, which talks about living in a place where you are completely and utterly materially provided for. I should read them out because they have beautiful meanings. And behind that, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is about standing your ground and keeping your boundaries healthy, which of course might be why this has finally come to some sort of fruition here. Okay. So, oh, how funny, we have the Palace of Swords at the front here. So these cards are in the deck. They talk about living in a place that's perfectly right like this. So the Palace of Swords is living in a place where everything is all about the truth and clarity, foresight, seeing things in the right way. So if you get the Palace cards coming up, it's about you finally being in the right place, right time. And it's really interesting because that's sort of about the Justice card too. You know, having exactly the things the way you want them. They're sort of finally falling into place. And I do know that lots of you lately have said about how you feel a bit stuck. And I feel like this is, for many of you, that coming unstuck feeling. Okay, we have the Hanging Man. So talking about being stuck, this is about waiting, hanging, trying to see things from a different perspective. But it's about taking time out to really get it, really understand what's happening. For some of you, this is self-imposed, so you might take yourself out from the world and have some time to think about what you're doing, where you're going. Other times it's the universe pushing you into this new energy and saying to you, you need to understand where this new energy is coming from here. So you're sort of in like this transition phase here. Okay, and it's all destined. It's all destined. This is about faith, hope, trust, and having wishes to be in a certain place here. Okay, and then we have the Tower. So the Tower is the card of breaking down old ideas, thoughts, and moving forward into a new time. Now, for some of you, this can be a physical thing. For some of you, it could be like losing a job, having to move, you know, having a divorce. It's for some of you, this is about it is about sort of having something taken away in order to understand how to move forward. For others of you, this can be this epiphany moment, and I don't know how many of you have done this, but you know, it's like you've been doing things a certain way for a while, and all of a sudden something will hit you and you'll be like, why wasn't I seeing that before? But you've been clouded by this sort of old judgment or old way of looking at things. So the universe says, yeah, that doesn't really work. You need to look at things in a very different way. That's why you're hanging here. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. Now, he came out in the What's Cracking reading. The Knight of Swords is someone coming in to speak a truth, or it can be you going in to speak a truth. Remember, this is a general reading. But this is about a truth being delivered. Now, a truth can be sometimes, you know, something really very pleasant. You know, you've got the job you wanted. You know, I'm sorry, can be all of those sort of things. Sometimes it can be a lot more harsh, like this was your fault, this happened, this is what's happened from this. That's the sort of truth that sometimes the Knight can deliver. It doesn't mean that it's always a bad thing. Sometimes we might need to hear it in order to break down this idea of we've always thought that way. So it could be that someone's hurt from some sort of fight and argument, but you've always done that in fights and arguments and you didn't realise how much it had hurt this person. That type of feeling. Okay, so again, the Moon we did have in the What's Cracking reading. So they're very, very general themes here. The Moon talks about things unknown, things being hidden. Sometimes they can be someone hiding them from you, which for me this is about here, but sometimes it's about the universe just holding back situations or things that you're not ready to know yet, and maybe the Tower will bring them in for you. Okay, so we do have the High Priestess coming out here, and we do have a lot of major arcanas in this reading. So we've got 4, 5, 6 major arcanas. There's only one arcana card that isn't major here. And we had the Justice at the beginning. So it's all major arcanas, okay? Big signs from the universe here. The High Priestess is about looking into your intuition to really understand a situation. But something else is going on here, so I'll let you know as we get into the reading. It has something to do with a King of Wands. So it has something to do with someone who could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. But more so, this person is very fiery and very... they're a leader. They're really coming in quite forcefully here to deliver some sort of news, truth. They're on a mission. The passion is very, very strong in this card today. So they really mean something they're about to say or deliver. Okay, and then we have the Three of Wands. So whatever this is, it's moving you. Well, it's moving you forward. You're trying to manifest something completely different here. You do have ships coming in. But it could have been that you manifested this situation, and maybe because of this feeling of the Moon and the High Priestess, maybe it's presented in a very different way to what you expected. I want to go da-da or ah, and the Sun cards at the end. So let me tell you here, this is all major arcanas bar the person coming in with this sword here and the Three of Wands. That's it, all major arcanas. Okay, so this is definitely about some sort of karmic justice here, some sort of abundance that's coming to you here because you've let go of your ego here somehow or another. Maybe you're the one who's going to deliver the truth and you're very passionate and driven about this. But I'll tell you, this is how it's looking here, and it's very beautiful. Somebody's going to, and it sounds very similar to What's Cracking reading, really. Somebody's about to open up and tell you something. Somebody's ready with this Palace of Swords. Somebody wants to set the groundwork for something much longer, stronger, more intense here. They're trying to, this is your destiny. Something here is destined, so it was ready to happen. But there's some sort of secret being told. And when I say secret, I don't mean, gossipy sort of secret. I mean that something is going to be told here to you. Someone's opening up and telling you something here. Now, it's something here that was on your path. It's something that is destined for you. Now, this opening up of some information for you is about to crack open your world here, because it's going to be something that somebody comes in and says to you that's going to change the way you thought about things. It's changing, it's shedding light. Again, I have the sun and moon, which I had in the What's Cracking reading, and this is about shining the light on something that's unknown. Now, I have to say that this situation, whatever it is that's being cracked open here, is going to result in a tower and time out again. And it may be that you've only just felt like you were moving forward, but I feel like it's like you've nearly got to the last layer. You nearly got to the last step. You're almost on the last round in a game of baseball. You're on the last pitch, whatever you call it, last stump. I don't know what they're showing me, but sort of that feeling where you can make your last little run home. For all the American people out there, you'll probably put me straight on that. I'm not a sports person in that regard. Yeah, I guess you could relate it to another sport that probably I do know about, but anyway, let's leave that there. I don't want to embarrass myself too much more. But it's like you're on your last run home. So you've come out of this sort of like dream state, and you're about to make this last run home, and it's like the universe is sending something in for you to help you move through that last little phase. So I think it's coming in the shape of someone who's very hot, fiery, maybe good looking, maybe somebody you really respect, appreciate, love, whatever. But this person's coming in here to deliver some sort of truth, and whatever it is, it's like it's enlightening things for you. It's shining a light on things here, and offering you this opportunity to move forward. But I feel like somehow or another you are either manifesting this or it's something that you want here. So it is on its way to you if you've been waiting for it. Let's just get an oracle card on that. I love these readings. I love the deep and meaningful side. I also love that they're not strictly about love. For some of you, this could be about anything. It's something that's being told to you. Maybe you always wondered about this situation, and someone's now opening up for you to understand why it happened. So the card I have out here is the messenger of action. So, okay, and what it says is something new and exciting related to creativity or your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going, although you may feel insecure. Do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life, or maybe you, who is creative, enthusiastic, and fascinated by life and who wants to try everything. So whoever this person is, they're going to do you a huge justice here. They're going to put things right for you. Whatever this is, it's going to be put right. And that's why we have this justice card coming out. I'm floored by the amount of major arcanas. I think I put out 10 cards. Well, 11 when you create that one. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10 cards, yeah, are major arcanas. So a very big event coming in for you here. Thanks, everyone.